Now I have the privilege of introducing our commencement speaker, Dr. Brooke Envick, Dean of the College of Business and Technology. Dean Envick leads initiatives focused on workforce development, industry partnerships, strategic innovation, and student success. A Loper alumnus and third-generation UNK faculty member, she earned both her bachelor's degree and MBA from UNK before completing her doctorate in organizational behavior at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. She has built her career around developing leaders, encouraging innovation, and creating connections that help students, businesses, and communities succeed. An accomplished educator, leadership scholar, and author, Brooke has written 2 books focused on helping individuals and organizations navigate change, build momentum, and achieve meaningful growth. Please welcome Dr. Brooke Envick.
Good morning. Thank you for that generous introduction. Members of the stage party, distinguished faculty, proud families, and dear friends, welcome. And to the class of 2026, congratulations. I'd like to start by telling you a little bit about my hero, who also happens to be my father, Don Envick. Some of you know him. For several years, he taught here at UNK, where he founded the Industrial Distribution Program in 1989. While a faculty member, he received the Leland Holt Mutual Life Distinguished Faculty Award, and after retirement, the UNK Distinguished Alumni Award. In 2009, the year he retired, the ID program was named one of the top university sales programs in the nation by the University Sales Education Foundation. Fewer than 1% of all colleges and universities make that list. And today, the program still boasts a nearly consistent 100% job placement rate for its graduates. When asked about how he made the program so successful, he said, "The key to our success is driven faculty, staff, and a student body who believe in the ID program vision, have a passion for success, and know we can be the best." On top of those recognitions, my father has a student scholarship in his name through the Envick Legacy Fund, an annual golf tournament in his honor that raises money for the scholarship and other student support, and a professorship in his name through the ID Program Partners Fund. To say he's a UNK legend is an understatement, and I can tell you that at 87 years old, he still carries this university and its students very much in his heart. In fact, he is watching you graduate today. From his recliner, but he is watching you graduate. Growing up, I believed my father had a remarkable gift. Somehow he always saw something in my brother and me we couldn't yet see in ourselves. He saw possibilities before we did. He saw not only who we were, but who we could become, and I assume that's simply what fathers did. Then life surprised me. After spending nearly 20 years in Texas, I moved back to Kearney, and something began happening that changed the way I understood my father. Everywhere we went, former students would stop him. Grocery store, a restaurant, a community event. At first, I assumed they were simply saying hello to a former professor. But after listening to enough of those conversations, I realized they never talked to him about grades, classes, or anything from the past. They talked to him about the lives they were able to build because of him, their successful careers, the people they hired, the businesses they built, even the families they had raised. And every one of those conversations held the same message. You saw something in me before I could see it in myself. That's when I realized something that had never occurred to me. My father hadn't only done this for his children, he had spent over 4 decades doing it for thousands of students. He wasn't simply teaching classes and building a program. He was awakening human capacity. And I have come to believe that this is one of the greatest gifts one human being can offer another. Not to tell someone what they should do or who they should become, but to see in them what they cannot yet see in themselves and stand beside them until they do. You see, human capacity is not fixed. It is our continual ability to become more than we are today. We spend so much of our lives asking what we should do, where we should go, what we should pursue, that we rarely stop to ask the most important question of all: what am I capable of becoming? I think that's what my father understood and taught me and many others all along. You are graduating at a remarkable moment in history, not because change is happening faster than ever before, and not because artificial intelligence is transforming nearly every profession. But for the first time in human history, many of the capabilities that once distinguished humans from everything else in the world, our ability to calculate, analyze, recognize patterns, and generate new ideas, are now being replicated by the technologies we have built. That reality has many people asking, what will artificial intelligence mean for the future of work? I think that's an interesting question, but I don't think that's where our focus should be. The question I keep returning to is this: as intelligence expands outside of us, what capacities must expand within us? And when I sit with that question, I always go back to my father. He never thought about artificial intelligence, but he always thought deeply about human capacity. Think again about what he said in 2009 about the key to his program's success. He crafted a clear vision and made everyone who walked beside him believed they could become the best, and they did. What he spent his entire life doing without ever naming it has become more essential now than any other moment in history, because the world you're walking into will reward performance in remarkable new ways. Machines will be faster, more accurate, and more tireless. But no technology can replace the character that makes good leadership possible. No algorithm can build the trust upon which influence depends. No machine can spark the curiosity that fuels innovation. No system can summon the courage that growth requires. No software will ever substitute for the purpose that gives contribution meaning. Those remain profoundly human. Your greatest advantage in the years ahead will not be what you know. It will hinge heavily on your character, your willingness to remain curious and courageous, your ability to understand and manage your energy, and your commitment to continuous growth. In other words, the future will not be built by the most intelligent people. It will be built by the people who are committed to expanding their human capacity and helping others do the same. So today, as you celebrate everything you've accomplished, I hope you'll also celebrate something less visible: the person you're already becoming. While your diploma recognizes what you have learned, your lifelong pursuits will reveal what you believe you're capable of, and those are not the same thing. For years, I thought my father's legacy was simply the program he built right here at UNK. I was partially correct, but the most important part of his legacy is sitting in this building right now and walking around this community and throughout the globe every single day. It has names who have built brilliant businesses, established incredibly successful careers, and are raising beautiful families. Years from now, I hope someone stops you, not because of the title on your business card, not because of any awards you've earned, not because of the business you built, but because somewhere along the way, you saw something in them before they could see it in themselves. I hope they tell you that you changed the trajectory of their life. Your belief gave them courage. Your trust gave them confidence. Your presence gave them hope. That because you recognized something in them, they discovered it too. Congratulations again, class of 2026. Go Lopers.